Oi, galerinha. Tá me ouvindo? Tá me ouvindo? Alô, alô, alô. Bora jogar o caos Juarez. Nem sei se é assim que fala. Bora lá. Normal aqui mesmo.
Don't I know you, sir?
Don't believe so. I haven't been here in many years. Name's Silas Greaves.
Silas Greaves?
Silas Greaves?
Silas Greaves.
The bounty hunter?
Used to be.
Ah, well, what are you doing here in Abilene?
Just passing through. Got a little business to take care of.
Well, sir, it would be an honor if you would allow me to buy you a beer.
Hell, son, it would be my honor to drink it.
I'm Molly. Howdy.
I'm Dwight. That's Jack and Steve. Ben's behind the bar. Oh, I bet you got some great stories.
A couple.
Any of them true?
Jack, be nice.
A few.
What about your shootout with Henry Plummer's gang in Bannock, Montana? Is that where you started as a bounty hunter? That's what it says in this here dime novel.
Don't believe everything you read in them dime novels, boy. First man I hunted was back when I was riding with Billy the Kid.
You knew Billy the Kid?
Damn right. That scrawny son of a bitch had no fear. Wouldn't back down for nobody.
I heard he collected the 10 stars off any crooked lawmen who crossed him.
It was a war, boy. The Lincoln County War. And Billy promised his regulators would take the life of every bastard who helped bushwhack John Tunstall.
Kid had a big chip on his shoulder and a hair-trigger temper. Made him dangerous as hell.
Pô, nem prestei atenção no chat, galera. Tava respondendo mais mensagens. Verdade. Prestar atenção no chat não, prestar atenção na conversa aqui do jogo.
It was about 30 years ago.
Foi uns 30 anos.
Billy was hiding out in an abandoned farm near Stinking Springs. I threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies.
Deixa eu ajeitar esse mouse aqui que tá muito... Peraí. Deixa eu dar um jogo. Sensibilidade. Tá pra cá. Vamos ver.
But before I tell you why I want that sumbitch dead, let me tell you what happened that day. I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
Funny, haha?
No, Steve. The other kind of funny.
Ele é meio cartunês, né? Tá bacana, tá bacana. Peraí, pessoal. Peraí que o WhatsApp aqui não quer parar. Bora. Aperte 0 para ver os objetivos. Não, 0 não, all, né? Retorne ao esconderijo.
I knew those two morons would never let me through. I had no choice.
Vamos lá. Será que tem que matar eles? Chupa essa bala aí. Você ganha a maior parte de sua experiência matando inimigos. Ela é necessária para subir de nível e ganhar habilidades extras.
Was it Pat Garrett's
Nossa,
posse?
mano.
Oh yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast. Garrett and his army of deputies had surrounded the entire homestead.
Eu deveria ser dublado, né, gente? Não consigo jogar e
I
ler.
decided to help Billy and the boys out a bit.
Aperte Q.
So that's just what I did.
Aperte Q. Ai. Toma.
As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kid's apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every
Esse
gun
balaço
hand
aí,
in
mano.
Lincoln County.
Toma. 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 Só o chapeuzinho ali aparecendo. Você subiu de nível. Aperte U para abrir o menu. Você tem pontos de habilidade para gastar aqui e agora. Escolha uma das 3 categorias de habilidade. Tá. Pistoleiro. Malfeitor com uma arma em cada mão. Franco atirador longas distâncias. Lutador corpo a corpo. Ah, franco atirador aqui. Agora. Ah não, então peraí. Pistoleiro. Aqui. Pronto. E aí? Foi? Opa, tem outro.
I knew that going through that front door meant putting my butt in a shooting gallery, so I decided to get sneaky.
Aperte para acessar. Toma.
Garrett's men were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut
Toma.
off.
Morre aí, mano.
Still, one of them reached the water
Aí, agora.
tower.
O que é isso
Not a
aqui?
bad
Você pode
idea.
escapar dos tiros
It
enquanto
would be a
avança.
turkey shoot from up there.
Parte espaço. Evite o tiro, aperte A para se esquivar. Não morreu. Que isso, mano? Não dá pra morrer no tutorial, não. Ah, olha outra arminha aqui.
Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed. A lot of them were saddle tramps, sod busters, or
Nossa.
drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks.
Calma. Nossa. Toma. A cara.
Then, I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window. Back door! We'll cover you! Truth be told, things weren't much better behind the house.
Morri.
I cut their numbers in
Nossa,
half,
cara.
but that just made the ones that were
Ai.
left twice as mad.
Bora com calma.
They made up for their lack
Toma.
of skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo. It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house.
Pô, bacana o jogo. Gostei.
And like that, I was inside, none the worse for wear. I passed Dirty Dave. And upstairs I found Billy and Charlie Baldry.
Pat Gary foi implacável em sua busca por Billy Kid e seu bando, conhecido como os Russos, não sei pronunciar, sucessores dos reguladores. Gary e seu grupo os encontraram numa casa deserta de uma fazenda nesse lugar que vocês estão lendo e cercaram o local, fazendo companhia. F7, mano, esses comandos tudo louco. Beijo, Chai, não sei o que, cruzou o caminho da lenda dele. Tá, vocês. Não vou ler tudo isso aqui não. A Guerra dos Condenados, link dos mais famosos. As historinhas aqui, né? Habilidoso, né? Billy the Kid. Muito esperto.
Billy looked at me and said,
Ah, está com
"About
o Billy.
time, amigo. Grab a gun and get to the window."
Wait, so you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Yeah, sort of. Anyway, we were surrounded by
Opa.
dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm.
Que isso? Toma esse tiro aí. Toma aí.
I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on coming.
Toma aí. A carinha. Na orelha.
That's when Charlie got hit. "They're catching us in a crossfire," shouted Billy. "Get to the other side."
Ai. Calma, calma. Nossa, como eu errei esse tiro.
I don't know how many of those cocksuckers I personally put down. It was pretty clear,
Nossa.
even to Billy, that
Oi?
maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
It means that it was time to cut and run. "They got a Gatling," Billy shouted. "Get the
Calma, não?
horses and bring them round back. I'll draw their attention."
Nossa, que isso? Calma, calma, calma.
I said that it was time to cut and run. He directed that order at me, and I thought, why the hell do I have to do it? But I went anyway. Dumbass that I was back then. Many would have fled in my place. But I had that false sense of invincibility that many
Mano,
of
não
them
consigo ler.
Like
toda essa
Jackie.
ação aqui.
What are you saying, old man?
Jack is just joshing me.
Yeah, he better be.
Mr. Greaves, please continue.
Please call me Silas, ma'am. Now, where was
Pra
I?
cá?
You were heading for the barn.
Opa, vou ter que subir aqui. Isso, bora. Aperte F. Toma.
Making my way past the castle of Jogo.
Nossa, o que foi isso, mano? Cena de filme. Foi todo mundo. Como é que eu
Sounds like Garrett hired a whole regiment of hired guns.
Como é que eu faço a mudança? Ah, tá.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up.
Só na carinha, mano.
Finally, I had the stables within my reach.
Tá calma.
And that's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
I read that you went toe-to-toe with him, sir. That backstabbing bastard with that tacked-on tin star.
Vamos na mãe, vamos na mãe. Eu sou um bandido, né? Bonitão.
You challenged him to a showdown.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake.
Mantenha seu inimigo na área do seu foco, usando o mouse. Quando o oponente começar a estender a mão para pegar a arma, aperte para sacar a arma, mire e atire.
And that you
Não sei
killed
se eu
him
entendi muito
in a
bem,
fair
mas
fight.
Is that what that Penny Dreadful said? No, boy. That ain't what I meant when I said I met Pat Garrett. So let me start again. I finally reached those damn stables. Stepped inside, and last thing I heard was Garrett's
essa cara me
voice.
pegou.
That's not Billy.
And go on. How did it end?
And, boy, that was just the beginning.
Precisão, 62% só isso. Pepita de verdade. Olha, tinha mais uma. Mais um pontinho aqui, bora. Vou pegar isso aqui. Continuar. Gostaria de
So what happened? Did Garrett arrest you?
Yeah, after I came to, bastard had clocked me with his Colt.
And the kid surrendered?
When he realized there was no getting out of there alive,
So they locked you up in Lincoln?
indeed they did. Sentenced me to hang right along with the kid.
pegar o Kid. O Kid Bengala. Bora, bora.
It's important to know that I was only riding with Billy so I could find the bastard I was after.
Vamos lá.
He was with John Kinney's gang, and they were sworn enemies of Billy's regulators.
Why were you after him?
I owed that son of a bitch a bullet for what he had done to me and mine. Instead, all I got for myself was a goddamn death sentence. Luckily, it was right around then that I heard Billy make his move. He shot Jim Bell and a few other guards as he made his getaway. Later, they wrote that some lady friend planted a pistol for him in the privy. What the papers didn't say is that Billy helped me escape too. My first order of business was finding a firearm.
Pegar o bonezinho aqui, né?
Luckily, I located Deputy Bob Ollinger's mean-ass shotgun.
Ah, pois, calibre 10, né? A famosa 12. Ainda não é 12. Agora sim. Agora está bem.
I saw Billy through the window, and he yelled that I should take to the rooftops to make my escape. So I did.
Anybody see Billy?
Hell yeah. That scatter gun was like a double-barreled howitzer. It could blow a man clear off his feet. You hardly had to aim the damn thing. The kids' escape raised a huge ruckus. Guards were everywhere looking for him.
Esqueci de ter que apertar.
Get away.
Anybody see him?
Aqui pra onde? Olha aqui.
Roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed the planks where I could.
Corre.
Some of that wood was slippery as hell. The whole town was up in arms. And suddenly, I was a fugitive.
Ai. Calma. Bora fugir.
So that bastard you were after, what did he do?
He did me and my family a grievous harm. But I knew if I was ever going to find him, I would need to get my ever-loving ass out of there. I tried to be stealthy.
Pera aí, bora upar aqui. Upar um de cada aqui, né? Madeira resistente. Pronto.
And sneak my way past.
This town doesn't have a moment's peace.
Brody, get you!
But hell, if they weren't all waiting for me.
Oi.
Apparently, some of them thought I was Billy.
That's it for you.
Let's do this.
He's in town somewhere.
See, me and the kid shared a certain similarity in build and coloring. I was just glad I had Deputy Bob's mean-ass shotgun.
Acabou na bala.
They're shooting in the street!
I've got this. Get your headstone!
So much lead was whizzing by my head, it was like everyone in Lincoln wanted to put me in the ground. I knew I needed to find a horse. So I never did have a great fondness for those four-legged grass eaters. Smelly, sweaty, ungrateful beasts.
Morre aí.
We prize them too high, if you ask me.
Toma na cara. Ops.
You're threatening the lives of innocent people.
E agora? Como é que eu faço pra atravessar a cidade? Por aqui? Ó. Ah, pra cá, ó. Ah não, mano, que isso? Ó. Tinha que dar um pulinho ali, né? Ai. Não é não? Pensei que fosse por aqui, né? A gente sobe a escada ali, vem pra cá. Né? Pensei que fosse. Pensei errado? Eita, velho, tô preso. Ah, peraí. Ah, é pra cá, é pra cá. Ah, ué. Voltei pro mesmo lugar. Voltei pro mesmo lugar. Peraí. Acho que é lá então. A gente veio pra cá, né? Matamos os caras aqui. Veio por aqui. Isso, engatei. Pô, mano, não acredito que ele ficou preso aqui. Não dá pra dar um pulinho aí, subir na carroça? Oh, não dá. Mano, que isso? E agora? Tô preso. Ó. Na minha concepção, eu tinha que apertar pra ver os objetivos. Pra cá?
But where was the kid while you were busy getting shot at?
Pô, o jogo me trollou, mano.
Gone. And that's when it occurred to me why Billy set me free.
Vai, morri. Tinha apertado o botão errado.
So I could be a hapless decoy and draw attention while he snuck out of town.
Ai, calma. Que isso?
I knew if I made it out of there in one piece, no one would put a price on my head.
Nossa, calma, calma.
Because
Oh, yeah.
everybody in Lincoln would be dead?
No,
Calma que os caras
they
estão...
all thought I was Billy. And all that blame would fall on him. Meanwhile, Deputy Bob Ollinger was organizing a posse to put me down.
Nossa.
He was already a
esse cara tá
mean son of a
mexendo?
bitch, but he was doubly pissed that I stole his mean-ass shotgun. Anyway, it was me or them, and the only way forward led me straight to perdition. But the cards were dealt, and I had no choice but to play them.
Morre, mano. Nossa. Cadê esse cara? Cadê esse? Não enxergo. Olha aqui. Safado. Foi. Pensei que era um cara ali, mas não era não. Ai. Pensei que podia ter um caminho secreto aqui. Não tem não. Onde tu vai já, mano? Toma. Que isso? Morre não? Quero bala, quero bala. Olha o cara ali. Boa. Ai, acabou a bala.
Finally, I found what I was looking for. The stables on the edge of town.
Acredito que eu errei aquele tiro de 12.
I guess Billy saved your ass, taking out
What?
Bob Ollinger the way he did.
Billy didn't kill Bob.
Well, sure he did. He dispatched him right after he shot Deputy Bell.
No, sir. Because Bob came right up behind me, angry as hell that Billy had lit out. Hello, Bob, I said. I think you better let me go. And he says, I don't think so, boy. Not with my shotgun. So we stood there in the middle of the street, eyeball to eyeball.
Bora ver se eu consigo agora.
He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself.
Ajuste a posição. Quando vê o batimento cardíaco, você pode puxar primeiro. Contudo, isso será marcado como um ato desonroso. Você será como covarde.
I killed him in a fair fight.
Eu não entendi isso, mas tá dando certo.
Well, Lincoln got a
Parei
mighty deep
triste
pocket
primeiro do que o
that
outro.
day. Pat Garrett gunned down Billy 3 months later, so his escape was all for naught
Tem um
anyway.
ponto. 20 pontos. Mais bala. Que isso aqui? Não interrompa a sequência de assassinatos tão cedo. Seu medidor de combo fica ativo por... Isso aqui é bom. Oferece dicas sobre pepita de verdade. Aumenta a capacidade de munição do rifle. Tá, eu vou nesse aqui, galera. Bora.
So where'd you go after Lincoln?
Mexico,
Jogo bom acima.
till I realized nobody was
Tem
looking
história.
for me. I ended up taking a
Só vai
job
pra
with
frente e vai
Ruales.
matando.
The Mexican Ruales?
I was hired to help them track down the cowboys.
The most vicious outlaw gang in Cochise County?
Tá bom,
Curly
não
Bill
quero saber de
Bruce.
história não, bora logo. Bora avançar, mano, a gente é cowboy, pô. Não tem esse negócio não.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh,
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. And yes, he was working for Old Man Clown. I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man. Over there! I did my best to help those poor passengers.
Toma esse tirinho aí.
Moments later, the attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing. None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often do.
Aí. Ah, entendi agora como é aquele negócio.
They were appearing great
Pra te dar
numbers
sequência
from
de
above
tiro,
and
né?
rained down lead on their hapless enemies' heads. Making use of the high ground.
Nossa,
whatever
que
else
isso?
they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to it.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clan's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy
Ele tá
force.
mudando a história.
See, at the time, I was still pretty green, but often blunder into regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks.
Nossa.
I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a
Nossa, errei.
dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge.
Calma, calma.
To get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first.
Isso. Calma. Calma.
Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo. Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up. they managed to corner. Trapped as I was, the odds of my
Ai, eu
survival
morri.
seemed pretty slim.
Não, não.
Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament.
Corre, 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 corre.
I ran ahead
Pensei
as
que
if
ia
the
levar o
devil
destempero
himself
ali.
was after me. Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow,
Corre, corre, corre,
because there
corre.
wouldn't be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this? I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going. And that's when
Jeez.
something miraculous happened. Like manna from heaven, I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon
Jeez.
next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition. Bat Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good, and he would know.
Mano, e do nada apareceu minhas balas aqui, né? 60 balas, tava sem nenhum. Vamos pra cá.
And imagine my surprise
Aí
when I
sim.
found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo.
G para arremessar.
That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and
Oi.
bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunter.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack. I was done running. And the old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at them like a wildcat. My fury knew no bounds.
Toma. Nossa, ri.
It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
Agora foi tudo. Ixi. Velho Gleiton. Ranziza, brinquedo. Ruim de papo, era isso?
I yelled out at the top of my lungs.
Olha aí, então.
I'm coming for you! A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest. Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till kingdom come. But I knew I could not let that deter me. Not if I was to find and kill Ringo.
Nossa.
I needed to get that old man off that gun.
Ai. Ai.
Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon. But it was just me.
Ai. Jogou dinamite ali também. Calma. adiantou de nada. Ai, ai! Não, mano. Morri aqui. Não sugou muito o tiro dele. Fiz uma burrice. Ai. Ai. Bora de novo. Correndo pra cá. Opa, calma. Nossa, como assim? Nenhum tiro. Olha isso. Pega, eu vou ficar aqui, só na manha. Esse aqui é o posicionamento. Aí.
Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps, and that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
É isso, é isso. Vou ver aqui habilidades. Vou pegar aqui. Vou pegar esse aqui.
A few weeks after that dust-up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo.
Pô, eu não tô conseguindo ler
I
nada
had
dessa
tracked
história.
him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill, and they were loaded for bear.
So, what exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bryant?
Yep. They both deserve to die, and I promise I'll tell you why. But first, I need to tell you about the cowboys' new boss, Curly Bill Brocious.
Herb's coming!
Get ready, boys. Curly Bill took charge of the cowboys upon the old man's demise, and after that gunfight at the OK Corral, the Clantons wanted revenge. So they murdered Morgan Earp and grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil. Wyatt and Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride, hunting those outlaws down. So when I showed up, that's who they thought I was.
Tá morto.
killers around every corner,
Nossa.
all wearing red bandanas. That's how the cowboys identified each other, and I was beginning to wish I had one myself.
Nossa, esse tiro. Vamos lá.
But I wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed, and that's what drove me forward.
They say that Ringo was infernally fast.
Hardly saw anyone faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt Earp. That man was all hat and no cap.
Que arma é essa, meu bicho?
Wasn't much of a match for him, but Doc Holliday might have taken him.
That Lunger should have kept his nose out of it.
Troca, troca.
They never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Earp.
Tem minha arminha aqui. Toma.
But everybody knew that Curly shot him in the back. That was common knowledge.
Yeah, maybe so. But Ringo had nothing to do with it. He was just being loyal to a friend.
Is that what you call it? Being loyal? Well, to get to that loyal friend, I had to pass by some buzzsaws as big as a man.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the Cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot.
Bolinhas. Sei que alguém atrás de mim. Então depois
Now, where was I?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack.
Nossa, que isso? Nossa, mano, morre. Olha isso. Opa, minha arma tá. Minha arma tá colocando quebrado. Vamos lá.
Though it wasn't easy, as those boys had good cover.
Uma. Toma. Mais um aqui, entendeu? Boa. Vai. Que isso?
There were carts everywhere, piles of lumber, and God knows what else for people to hide behind. That really was one hell of a sawmill. Quite an impressive operation.
Olha. Quase que eu caí na armadilha. E aí? Pra onde é agora? Pra cá?
And where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm about to get to that, Ben. Patience. I'm painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley that was truly...
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
Well, finally the bastards that were still alive made a last stand.
Acho que eu fiz o inverso, né? Era pra ter ido de 12 naquela hora. Agora tem que subir aqui. E aí? Pra cá.
Curly Bill, Johnny Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
Foi? Acabou? Toma dose. Antes de tomar chumbo. Bora lá.
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open. Time to dance with the devil.
Nossa, tá onde? Que isso? Então, covarde, safado. Nossa. Me dibrou. Ai. Nossa, que isso? Quase que eu vou de Vasco agora. Toma.
Brocious gave me no choice
Esse
but to
combo aí.
take his life. But Ringo was nowhere to be found.
I knew you didn't kill Ringo, because he was found dead in a different location altogether.
To this day, his killer is still unknown.
Indeed. Took me a few months before I finally tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
Foram 3 chefes já, né? O próximo no campo, na cova. O próximo no comando e na cova. Ah, era ele mesmo lá, né?
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Tira! Que isso, mano? Como assim? Tô falando que eu não entendi esse negócio ainda. Vai de novo.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Sorry I had to ruin the legend for you, boy. But the legend ain't always true. Doc Holliday had nothing to do with the death of Johnny Ringo.
Ah, mas o foco aumentou.
I was paid a healthy bounty for Ringo and Curly Bill, and realized there was real money to be made. That's why I went after Henry Plummer.
Eu fico contando a história dele, né? Não sei se é verdade. É só bêbado inventando história.
Wasn't he the sheriff who augmented his income by shaking down miners and robbing gold shipments?
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. He ran that gang of thieving outlaws called the Innocents.
So it's true that you went toe-to-toe with him?
Indeed I did, son. Indeed I did.
Bora, vamos que vamos.
I knew I needed resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant. And hunting Plummer looked like a good way to get rich quick. As the local vigilantes exposed him as the leader of the bandits. And put a generous price on his head. Plummer rallied his gang to plunder one last gold mine before making their escape. And that's where I thought I'd find him.
It makes me nervous standing so close to all these goddamn barrels of gunpowder. Why would you be nervous? No one has the cleanest long as you light up a cigar, we're fine. Yeah, besides, George is up there on the rocks with that rifle of his. Nothing gets past him.
As my late father pointed out to me more than once, God made men, and Samuel Colt made them equal.
Não, bora. Vamos lá. Vamos de escadinha aqui, vamos de rifle mesmo. Nossa, já?
I knew that dynamite wasn't mine, so I decided the polite thing would be to return it. It was the biggest gold rush since Sutter's Mill in '48. Unfortunately, prospectors weren't the only ones drawn to those riches. There were thieves and killers, robbing travelers and hijacking gold shipments. Like those that ran with Plummer, Some were just regular folks I knew from town, drawn by greed and easy pickings. Charlie
Nossa,
Crow,
viu tiro
blacksmith.
varado ali.
James, who worked in the stable. Sam and Jeremiah Barber, the butcher's son. Of course, the rest were veterans of the Civil War. Stone cold
Nossa,
killers trained
quanto
on the
tiro
bloody
errei.
fields of Shiloh and Antietam. Dangerous, desperate individuals. Plummer had a lot of men on his payroll. A hell of a lot. That son of a bitch pretended to protect the public with one hand while stealing them blind with the other. He
Daqui
set up a
morreu.
defensive perimeter which I had no idea how to breach.
Morreu.
I was outnumbered and in way over my head, but I was too damn stubborn and stupid to realize it. They must have thought I was tough.
Ai,
Or had some kind of death wish. Seeing as there were barrels of gunpowder everywhere.
nossa, não acredito.
One stray bullet, one stray spark, and I'd be blown to hell and gone. I thought I was some kind of hero. I finally made it past and headed on to meet my destiny.
Esse que eu morro ali.
But first, I had something I needed to figure out. I had a few ideas on how to get into that mine, but once I made my decision, I knew there was no turning back. So my first thought was to enter the nearest mine portal. I saw an entrance. Made sense. It was the quickest way in, but that also made it more dangerous, as there would undoubtedly be enemy pickets posted along the way.
Show yourself, coward.
Nossa, o cara tava aqui em cima.
Besides, once you enter a mine like that, it's easy to get all turned around. And that confusing maze of corridors wouldn't even be the worst of it. Some of those shafts could be as deep as hell. A single stumble or misstep can easily end in a deadly plunge to oblivion.
Acho que dá pra te pegar um item.
Be about out of bullets.
Não tinha um item pra cabra dele.
Shit up. You ain't beefing me.
Quick reflexes often make up for a lack of common sense. Luckily, I was never one to be easily bushwhacked. I would just need to be careful not to blow myself to kingdom come.
Tiraço de 12 na cara, mano. Explodiu na agulha.
With all that gunpowder and dynamite everywhere, the body has to know what he's shooting at. All it
Suicidei,
takes is
mano. Não
one
pensei que a
tiny
explosão
spark,
viesse pra cá.
and boom.
Muito burro.
I will drop you down a mine shaft. Show yourself, coward.
One wrong bullet could have turned that mine into a dad-blasted tube.
Nossa, mano, me esquivei. Morri pra caramba nessa fase.
There he is. I do not deserve to die.
One wrong bullet could have turned that mine into a dad-blasted tube.
Nossa. Corre, 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 corre.
I freely admit that my plan of attack is not just
Corre, corre, corre.
clearly insane.
Nossa. Nossa, mano. Que foi isso? Morri?
It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even
Como
tried.
assim?
Instead, I spotted a
Morri?
ladder, a way into the mine from the opposite side.
Ah.
It was a long way around, but that approach seemed more sensible at the time. Of course, being I had a problem with heights, that scaffolding scared the bejesus out of me. Climbing down that ladder required some caution, because even though I had a younger man's reflexes, no man can dodge a damn bullet while climbing down a rickety ladder. I needed to make a leap of faith,
Tem que dar pulo.
which ain't easy when you're suspended between heaven and hell. I was determined not to give up, however,
Pensei que ia ser mais uma morte agora.
as Sheriff Plummer seemed quite the despicable character. When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, people were outraged. That 10,000 they put on his head would go a long way to helping me find old Bob. I made it my mission to settle that score come hell or high water.
Mais um.
But first, I would have to make a choice. Take the elevator or climb the ladder.
Eita, por perto. Cadê? Acho que é pra cá. Será? Ah, tá ali. Onde eu tô levando esse tiro?
Can't hide forever. Time to die.
Tem um cara aqui. Nossa!
Plummer was a mad dog killer, and the people of Nevada City deserved better.
Nevada City? Well, I thought Plummer met his maker in Bannock,
Nossa, como é
Montana.
que não morre com tiro de 12?
He was the sheriff of both places at one time or another, but that's neither here nor there. The point was, taking him down would save a lot of lives, including my own.
Pra onde é? Lá pra baixo. O chefe agora, será? Idealista. Toma aí.
Henry Plummer was clearly unhinged, and I could see
Nossa.
right away that this was going to take some doing.
Nossa, mano. Que isso? Bora. Oxi. Nossa. Nossa, que isso? Não, mano. Tava só um pouquinho pra ele morrer. Bora, bora. Isso. Ai, ai. Toma.
So that's how Henry Plummer died. Him and his crew were worth their weight in gold. And now, I was officially a bounty hunter.
So, did you finally go after that Bob feller?
Well, I heard word he was in Kansas with John Wesley Hardin. So that's where I went.
Where in Kansas?
Abilene. Why do you ask, Ben?
No reason.
Was Hardin as fast as Ringo?
Ringo was fast, but John Wesley was as fast as the devil himself. He killed his first man at
Bom, agora avançar
50.
lá. Tô a fim de ver essa história aí.
I dodged death many a time, and that night in Abilene was no different. I was there with the intention of finding that bastard Bob and collecting the bounty on John Wesley.
I thought the Texas Rangers got hard.
Yeah, that's what they want you to believe. It was cold in a witch's tit and a brass bra that night as I fought my way past his loyal compadres to the very same saloon we're sitting in today.
Calma. Como que tinha aqui dentro?
Look around and imagine this place painted in blood. Hardin was waiting for me, and wait,
Oh,
I'm
shoot,
jumping the
the
gun here. Let me back up and give you some background on this sumbitch. He deserves that much. Don't you think so, Ben? John Wesley Hardin was a killer. By the end, he confessed to taking the lives of 42 men. He was a bona fide folk hero by then, and had amassed a gang of armed miscreants and other assorted thugs. He and his men set up camp outside of town, and I was hoping Bob was among them.
Shoot that son of a bitch!
They didn't ask why I was there. They knew. As most of them were wanted as well. I figured Hardin was here somewhere, but to get to him, I'd have to get past his gun hand.
Morre.
And that was easier said than done, as most of them were as foolish and full of bravado as I was. I had to spill a lot of blood to find out Hardin wasn't in that camp. He was carousing in town with his closest friends. Hardin's boys apparently didn't want me to reach the Bull's Head. Some were hightailing it into town to inform their jefe of my unwelcomed presence.
Let the boys know we got another law.
Nossa. Tem item por aqui que tá falando. Vai. Calma. Calma que eu tô procurando o item.
I wondered if Bob was among them.
You bastard! You're almost as good as me.
Morre aí. Cadê o item?
You know you can't.
Não achei. Se eu peguei, eu não vi.
We'll have to do everything.
Pô, os caras ficam
Just kill Red.
camuflados aqui com essa roupa.
I'm gonna shoot you.
Prefiro essa aqui, é mais forte. É mais lenta, mas é melhor. Bora.
And I steeled myself for the fight ahead. For as good as I was, deep down I wondered if John Wesley wasn't just a little bit better. Before I could test my mettle against Hardin, however, I would first need to dispatch his cadre of hired killers. Most of these degenerates were beyond redemption, but John Wesley might have been a different story. I didn't learn until later that that night was in fact his birthday celebration. I think I already mentioned that I found Hardin in this very saloon.
Pegar bala aqui, né? Acho que eu vou pegar 12, né? Se a gente for brigar aqui dentro.
Suffice it to say, nobody there was happy to see me.
Nossa, calma, calma.
In fact, I felt a certain hostility.
Aí, calma. Quase que eu morro agora.
I was disappointed that neither Bob nor John Wesley were among the dead. But that was short-lived, as a moment later I was facing down the fastest gun in the West.
Caso que eu vou de baixo.
I felt a bolt of adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him.
Bora, mano.
No, wait! He
Que
didn't hit me
isso?
then.
Não
I'm
entendo.
sure of it.
Não entendo, cara. Ó, que demônio é esse? Aperte use o A e o D para se esquivar. Ah, que isso? Tá, já entendi agora. Eita! Como assim? Muito rápido. No.
No, wait. He didn't hit me then. I'm sure of it.
Não é possível, mano. Não é possível.
I felt a bolt of adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him.
Por que meu tiro não pega nele, mano? Como assim? Essa vez foi boa. Não, não. A gente tem que conseguir matar esse cara aqui. Não é possível.
That man was faster than greased lightning. But being inebriated as he was, he didn't count his shots. And now, he was at my mercy.
So he didn't die?
No, I sent him to prison. Years later, after he was free, some restless avenger took his life. Shot him in the back at a saloon just like this one. Anybody up for another beer?
Nem matei o safado, o safado matou várias vezes. Tá, bora. O que é isso aqui? Isso aqui eu quero. Sim. Bora.
Thank you, darling. Yeah, some say revenge is a dish best served cold.
So whatever happened to that Bob guy you were after?
Personally, I'd like to hear.
Não quero ver história, mano. Bora pular, bora pro tiro. Jogo de cabra macho.
A bounty was put on Grey Wolf's head, and that's how I came to hunt him in the mountains. Mountains so high they tickled the nether regions of heaven. Grey Wolf was a Chiricahua Apache medicine man who had led a war party in revenge for a massacre against his people. The U.S. Army had attacked his tribe during his daughter's sacred sunrise ceremony, and the slaughter was unspeakable. I understood his anger, as there's nothing more traumatic than seeing those you love die in a cruel and painful death. Right from the beginning, I couldn't shake the feeling that Grey Wolf was watching my every move. He led a band of young Apache warriors who wanted retribution and were more than willing to die for him. They saw me, before I saw them.
Nossa, que isso? Não ia pegar o lobo cinzento, não? O lobo cinzento é um índio desse.
And it crossed my mind that maybe this wasn't such a good idea. But now that the shooting has started, there was no backing down.
Que isso? De 12. Eu vou te espingar aqui, né? Ah, tá aqui o item.
It was rugged country, the winter home of the Chiricahuas, and that's why they had retreated there.
Morre? Que isso? Cotovelo.
I admit to having some regrets about going after them the way I did. But then again, I got a lot of those.
Isso. Nossa.
Did you find Grey Wolf?
Not at that moment, but I did find the entrance to their hideout. A deep crevice that led to a deeper cave.
Don't tell me you're in there.
Yeah, but it's not out of bravery so
Quase
much
que eu morro.
as pure, angry cussedness.
Acho que eu vou fazer um cinzento. Ai! Caí sem querer. Escorreguei, pô. Tinha muito limo aí na pedra. Acho que eu ia a caverna. Pô, mas pra onde eu vou, mano? Ah. Segue a estrelinha, né? Olha.
See, back then, I had a stubborn streak a mile wide, and I wasn't about to back down.
So it was like pitch black in there?
Actually, it was pretty well lit, as they had torches on the walls.
aqui e mata o maluco.
How big was his cave?
Big as hell, Ben. Chiricahua had hid out there during the Indian Wars.
Cara.
They thought it was haunted with the ghosts of those murdered by the horse soldiers.
The cave was haunted with dead Indian ghosts?
Nossa, errei.
To
Morri.
be honest, I was more concerned with the
Que veio
live
pro
ones
lado errado.
than the dead ones.
Ai, caramba. Pô, eu apertei o D, não era o D que apareceu lá? Não, era o W. Aí. Mano, parece que o tiro não pega o segundo tiro.
How come you know so much about engines?
A few years back, I was married to two Mescalero women.
At the same time?
Yeah, they were sisters. Polygyny is traditional among the Mescalero.
So what happened?
Oh, I had to get out of there. Those girls never shut up. Both of them nagging at me all the time. Drove me half crazy. Haven't seen them since.
No, I mean, what happened with Grey Wolf?
Oh, well, I pursued him into the Cave of Death. I came upon this flooded grotto, and that's when I saw him. He came to me unarmed and unafraid. His voice echoed in the
Vou
shadows,
matar só esse mano aqui.
and I sensed he meant me no harm.
You carry great darkness in your heart, and if you do not release it, it will claim your soul.
The sound of his voice put some kind of ancient Indian spell on me.
Ué,
As his story unfolded in my mind,
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything you know. The soul would have no rainbow. I have no
mano, que
tears.
isso?
he said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any other pale-faced warrior, or something like that.
The snakes will bite shadows of your past until a venom poisons your heart, and an echo of the song of the dead summons the spirits deep from within the mountains.
I didn't quite get what he was saying, but there was definitely snakes. And indeed, his warriors surrounded me and attacked me like hungry wolverines. They couldn't stop me, though, and Grey Wolf wasn't in the mood for idle talk.
Vamos aí. Nossa! Caramba.
I swear I couldn't see any way out of this trap. But suddenly, one just appeared. Kind of like a miracle.
Que isso? Eu não sei nem como eu saí vivo isso aqui.
I felt like I would be lost in that damn cave forever. Finally, I found myself back outside, perched on the edge of a precipice, overlooking a thundering whitewater river. To get where I was going required several leaps of faith, but no way in hell I was turning back.
Eu peguei uma outra arma.
I chased after him, determined to make him explain the meaning of all that mumbo-jumbo.
Mumbo-jumbo's right. Are you making this all up as you go?
A few details may be fuzzy, brother, but I am relating exactly what happened to me. There were dozens of Apache warriors aiming at me from on high.
Dozens?
Well, maybe not dozens, but there was a lot of them.
At least 3 or 4.
Well, more than that, little lady.
Morre.
I had a steep climb up creek ahead of me and scrambled up those rocks like a mountain goat. I was determined to locate Grey Wolf and find out exactly what the hell he was trying to tell me. And wouldn't you know it, that crafty son of a bitch led me right into a trap.
What kind of trap?
Well, son, there had to be at least 100 Apaches surrounding me.
100?
God be my witness.
Oh, come on. Who you kidding?
Hey, I believe you. Come on, tell us how it ended.
All right, but I'm not gonna drag this out. Where were we?
You were surrounded by 100 Apache warriors.
Well, I didn't take the time to count them exactly, but there were a lot of them.
Ai, que foi isso? Meu Deus, mano, tá ali prestando atenção. O cara me esfaqueou. Eu acho que me esfaqueou.
And in the end, a path appeared before me that I had not seen before.
Nossa. Vou upar aqui. Vou pegar 12 aqui. Recarrega rápido, espingarda. Boa.
I followed it as I desperately needed to find out what Grey Wolf was trying to tell me. But it was like that son of a bitch disappeared into thin air. Never did find him. And never did collect my goddamn bounty.
O mano fugiu. É, galera, a gente vai ficar por aqui.
Thank you,
A gente
darling.
continua no próximo
It's
vídeo.
interesting how the truth can sometimes seem might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
É, o Lobo Cinzento fugiu, na verdade, a gente nem derrotou ele. fica no próximo vídeo. Então é isso aí. Valeu, galera.